All right, I'm very, very excited. I just got back from Akami Guitar Works, and Michael over there had my Ibanez RG, aka Bluey, who was in for a pickup change. And I decided to get a little bit adventurous with the guitar, which had the Fishman Fluences actives in there. Stellar pickups, Fishmans do great work, and the sound out of Bluey had been a bit of a glassy, low mid-range type of sound from that guitar, and I just wanted to see if we could maybe brighten things up. So I talked with Michael over there, and we chucked some Evos in there. It's been a 3-month wait waiting for these pickups to get in here, so I have been itching to try this out, and we'll dive in and see what this baby can do. All right, so let's get this sucker out and have a wow. That is super cool. All right, so we've got one set of Evos, the neck and the bridge here. And let's see. Yep, old pickups in here. Of course, the Fishman Fluences that was in there previously. And looks like we got Michael's notes here as well. So he left me some notes so I know what I'm looking at here. So let's try and get some brightness on that there so you can see what I'm looking at. So 5-way position 1 is the bridge. 2 is the bridge and the neck, the inner coil. So we've got like a split coil thing happening. Bridge and neck in series, bridge and neck in outer coils, and then the neck. So wow, that's going to be pretty cool. So it was previously a 3-way system with the Fishmans. So this should be pretty interesting to see how this all goes between it. I'm not sure here if he did anything with that groovy black switch there. That was previously like a mid and drive boost. It was kind of like just an overall boost in the signal. So curious if that does anything. Anyway, enough yakking. Let's plug this baby in. Yeah, wow. So first impressions of the RG is, my gosh, wow. It has made such a difference. I've got to say, taking the Fishmans out and putting the Evos in, you sometimes get an idea of, what you think it's going to sound like. And that's exactly what I expected those Evos to do. The Fishman's Fluences
had that glassy effect, that low mid boost. And you know, with the mahogany body as it is, it still has a little bit of that low end in there. You can hear it still on that neck pickup, and I guess that's the you know, the beauty and the quirk of that particular guitar. But the Evos have just kind of given all this extra presence, particularly when you get into that middle position there and you're splitting the coils. The bridge pickup is really, really hot. I can really see that cutting through quite nicely in a mix with a band or something like that. So I think I'm going to take this to some band gigs and see what happens. I do have a few coming up in my calendar at the moment. But my gosh, I mean, first impressions. I mean, Michael, the Kami Guitar Works, a big shout out. Once again, mate, you've done absolutely stellar work, man. I want to quickly get this video sorted because I want to get back to back to the guitar and do a little bit more jamming on it. It's, my gosh. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video.